Dear students, today we are going to learn a poem, A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. John Keats, born in 1796 and died in 1821, was a British romantic poet. He was trained to be a surgeon, but Keats decided to devote himself wholly to poetry. Keats has the power to sway and delight the readers. John Keats, one of the England's greatest poets, he was a key element to the Romantic movement, known especially for his love for the country and vivid descriptions of the beauty of nature. His poetry also resonated with deep philosophical questions. Background of the poem: the poem The Thing of Beauty is an extract from his long poem Endymion, a poetic romance. This poem is based on a Greek legend in which Endymion, a beautiful young shepherd and poet who lived on Mountain Latmos, had a vision of a Cynthia, the moon goddess. The enchanted youth resolved to seek her out and so wandered away through the forest and down under the sea. John Keats was a worshipper of beauty. For him, beauty was a truth, and the truth was a beauty. A thing of beauty is a constant source of pleasure. Keats is also a master craftsman. You will find a consistency in a rhyme scheme and line length. There is a balance in each line of the poem. No wonder then that line, like a thing of beauty is a joy forever, is a quoted often. Dear students, this poem is best on the theme life. Life has many elements. We all have to go through various aspects of life. Here in this poem, these various elements are covered through this every line of the poem, like time, changes, finite love, decay or death, desperation, despondence, inhuman, gloomy, unhealthy, dark, pall of suffering or sorrows. So these vivid elements of a life are covered in this poem by John Keats. There is vivid images in this poem. It's very fine that John Keats has elaborated and brought to us the theme of the poem, that's a life. Dear students, nature is also the theme of this poem. It is the central idea of the poem. John Keats is a lover of nature. He is expressing his feelings, his opinions about the nature. Nature we can find in various aspects. Nature can be told that it is the beautiful handwriting by God. We can find nature in a different way. Nature is eternal, it is a changeless, it is a perfect, beautiful, enjoyable. Nature is always truth, it is always source of happiness, it is a boundless, and nature is often heavenly. Nature and human life, there is a contrast in between these two things of this poem. John Keats has brought this contrast in this poem very beautifully. He is quoting how nature support human life, how nature nourishes us, and how it is supportive to us. Now we are going to understand the poem A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us, and a sheep full of sweet dreams and health and a quiet breathing. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. A thing of beauty provides eternal and everlasting joy. It leaves an undeniable print on our mind, and we relive the joyful experience whenever we think about it. It is a constant source of a joy. Its a beauty keeps on increasing. It never fades. It will never pass into nothingness. It provides us a pleasant shelter, a quiet bower for us. It gives us peace and a sleep full of sweet dreams. We are bound to the beauties of the earth. See the second line, its loveliness increases. Dear friends, joy multiplies with every beautiful thought. The loveliness of a beautiful thing increases manifold each time we live with a beautiful thing, we share with the wonderful things in our life. It will never pass into nothingness. The joy of a beautiful thing provides that is eternal. It is a constant source of joy and happiness. The imprint it leaves on our mind is indelible, but will keep a bower quiet for us. See the next line, but will keep a bower quiet for us. The poet feels that a thing of beauty can never fade into nothingness. It will never end, it will continue. It will store for us a quiet bower full of sweet dreams. Bower means a pleasant in the shade under a tree or a shelter. Beauty will provide us with a peaceful and serene experiences. See the next line. And a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and a quiet breathing. The joy beauty gives us is akin to the joy of a blissful sleep full of pleasant dreams. A thing of beauty gives us a sound sleep, a pleasant dreams that is really a blissful from nature to us. Beautiful sights act like a nutrition for relax us. It will drive away aggression and restlessness. Peaceful and serene experiences will be enjoyed. Let's move towards the second stanza of this poem. Therefore, on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth, of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy, over darkened ways. Therefore, on every morrow are we reading a flowery to bind us to the earth. Life on earth would be painful without the beauty around us. The poet feels that every morning we weave a wreath of flowers which bind us to the earth and make us live our life. We suffer from malice and disappointment. We lack good human qualities and noble natures. We have some sad days also. All these things make our life gloomy. We also develop unhealthy and evil ways that cause us suffering and pain. Spite of despondence. Okay, these words are there. Spite of despondence. Life is a struggle where man often suffers pain and loss of a hope. The expression refers to the sufferings and the hopelessness of a man which he experiences at the various junctures of a life. There is a next line of the inhuman dearth of a noble natures. Man is a selfish and a self-centered by nature. There are few noble people who have arisen above their petty differences and show magnanimity and generosity. On this earth, there is a surely a dearth or a storage of such noble acts. One more, okay, quotation is there, or one more imagery is there. Uh, Certain words are here of the gloomy days. Life is a struggle for success. Life is not so easy on this earth. We have constantly have to struggle for success or for achievements. Our path towards success gets abstracted by the deceit, selfishness of others, or odds, or hurdles, obstacles from others in our path. We become sad and gloomy when we have bad experiences in our lives. We have to face, we have to struggle a lot, we have to suffer. Then we can attain success and achievement. Of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways made for our searching. See this line. The unhealthy and over darkened ways refers to the trials and tribulations in this journey of life. Lots of faith and disappointment are the result of our own making. Beautiful things make life worthwhile as they lift the veil of a gloom, finding way for optimism and hope. It's a nature which provides us optimism and hope and positivity. No other things in life can provide these things. It's only nature and its various elements they provide us this positivity in our life. See the next line, yes, in spite of. This shows the positive sign. This shows hope in life. This shows the brighter side of life. Yes, in spite of all. So we have to tell to our mind that in spite of all these hurdles, obstacles, problems, difficulties in on our path in our life, we have to lead, we have to face, we have to accept the challenges. The expression refers to all the pessimistic and the negative thoughts that obstruct our ways to the happiness. In spite of feelings of a hopelessness and a gloom, we are able to find our happiness in the beautiful objects of a nature. Let's turn towards the next stanza of the poem. Some shape of a beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for a simple sheep, and such are daffodils, with the green world they live in, the clear reels. Let's see the line. Some shape of beauty moves away the ball from our darkest spirits. Beauty in any shape or any form helps in driving away the sadness and despair from our life. Beauty gives joy and happiness to human heart and takes away sadness and gloom. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, even simple objects of nature show beauty at its best. We can appreciate simple and serene beauty in the sun, the moon, and trees. Beauties of nature have an elixir of a life. All beautiful things of nature are a boon for a humanity. The sun, the moon, and old and young trees are sources of happiness. They provide a shady shelter, which is a boon for even simple sheep also. See the next line. Trees old and young sprouting a shady boon for a simple sheep. The poet sees the tree, whether young or old, as a symbol of protection. Trees protect us from heat, intensive light of sun, rain. They bless us with a shade. Sheep is a symbol of innocence and a serene beauty. The poet has made specific reference to the sheep as a symbols of a divine beauty. See the next line. And such are daffodils with the green world they live in. Meadows and orchards are beautiful and they support life. True joy and happiness can be enjoyed by looking at daffodils in these lush green meadows and orchards. Daffodil flowers are blooming among the green surroundings. Small streams with a transparent water make a cooling shelter of the thickets to protect themselves. And clear reels refers to the river or a stream or a flow of water. The beautiful sight gives a cooling effect which provides respite in the summer. This is a wonderful scene, a very fine image poet has put forth. John Keats has created a very wonderful natural scenario here. These things provides us a source of a joy and happiness. If you are sad, unhappy, gloomy, and you move to a flowing water in any form, river or any stream, the negativity will be removed, it will disappear, and happy thoughts will come in your mind. You will be away from these odd things or negative thoughts from your mind. Natural aspects, natural elements will bring your gloomy mind onto the right path, on the happy path, in the good thoughts.